Hey guys, thanks for joining me again, Pro Muso. Today we're going to be doing Sultans of Swing by Dire Straits. This is a song that you really need in your rep because it gets requested a lot. We're going to go through every lick and every solo in this song as per the recorded version, which everyone is familiar with. So if you can nail this one, you're rocking. Stick around. Okay, just so you know, for tuning purposes, I actually play all the way down in D, so I'm a whole tone lower. But don't go away because I've got a great plug-in that's going to help you with all kinds of videos that you might watch on YouTube. Okay, it's a plug-in called Transpose. I'll put it in the description so you can download it. It takes about a minute. You can not only transpose the pitch of anything in YouTube, up or down, you can also slow it down and create loops, which is great for learning songs on guitar, which I'm sure a lot of you are here for. So it's a really great resource for learning rather than pressing back and forth and back. You can set a loop and it'll just go over and over and over at whatever speed you want, whatever tuning you want. So I'm going to assume you know all the bar chords, right? Because this is a more advanced lesson. You wouldn't be doing this video if you didn't know the bar chords. Okay, so song is in D minor. And it's got a great little rundown. Love that. It's outside of the diatonic progression, but it just sounds so cool. So first of all, we're going to play these bar chords down here, and then we're going to move them up here a bit later in the song, but I'll show you how that works. There's one beat, and then we're into it. So it's... When you see me playing like this, it's the same as playing a normal bar chord, okay? So, but I'm hitting the A instead of the D is the root. That first note is an A, right? And then I kind of bounce off it. So that's the first lick anyway. So we got... That's pretty self-explanatory. And then we've just got around this extension here. By the way, if you want to learn these extensions, I've got a video on extensions. Check it out. It's basically this D minor shape. That triad there, so we're going... And then this bit here is kind of like a sweep picking thing. We've got those three notes on the bottom of the D minor. Those three notes are going to be kind of swept up. Right? Okay, so we got that. And then we go into the chords, which are C, B flat, A. Okay. So there's lots of little licks in here, and they're all very similar, but I like to get a song like this that is so recognizable. I like to get it spot on because people know what they sound like, even though Mark Knopfler plays it very differently every single time he plays because he can. We like to play it the same in a cover band when you're not Mark Knopfler and you're just sitting in a bar somewhere playing. You want to be able to sort of replicate what the audience already sort of subliminally knows from listening to the song over the years. So we're going to do it almost exactly the same. So once it... Benji, come on. Let's get my dog in here. He's missing. By the way, I play this with a track, okay? You can't do all these licks without a track. And if you want a really great track of this, go to this place, karaoke version. Okay, I've got a few videos on my site that explain how to do all this, how to customize them, and how to put them in your music program and everything. So check out another video of mine. But we're using a track. So shiver in the park, it's a raining in the park. Meantime, south of the river, you stop and you hold everything. Okay, we'll just stop it there, right? So those first little licks, right? So we've got D minor, C, B flat, A, and then we just do a little, right? You get the timing right on that. Right, takes a bit of bending, but it's the first lick. And then the second lick, south of the river, you stop and you hold everything. Right, so, and then we go to the F in the chord. When we get to this, band is blown Dixie. I'm playing the F here, right, in this position where we've got this shape here. So from the D, it's very similar to the D minor. We just go to there. Alright, so then we got the F, we play it like that. Band is blown Dixie. Look at my fingers. I look like I got bloody arthritis. My fingers just look, I've never liked the way my fingers look on guitar when I see video. They look all crimpled up. But I guess that's just how I do it. Band is blown Dixie, double 4 time. Right, so when I get to that C, I'm playing it like that. It's kind of like a A minor 7. But I'm just playing that triad down here with this. So otherwise it'll be a C like that, but we're not using the E, just doing on the A string. So from the F, the band is blown Dixie, double 4 time. Right? And so I just hold it there and get some timing there. Right, so when I hold that, I'm going, the band is blown Dixie, double 4 time. Right? That's the rhythm on it. So, the band is blown Dixie, double 4 time. You feel alright, you know, which is a great little rhythm if you can get that in your head. So from there, you feel alright when you hear the music ring. Okay, so it's just another lick on that scale. So all I'm playing there is the B flat, the triad in the B flat plus that note. And then sliding up to the C on the triad. And then, right, got it? I'll go through that whole bit. Band is blown Dixie, double 4 time. You feel alright when you hear the music ring. Now you step inside. Right? So now that's where we're up to. Second verse. So stick with me because all these little licks, they're slightly different, but they're really unique in their own way. So now we're at the second verse. And get that timing. Now you step inside, but you don't see too many faces. Coming in out of the rain, hear the jazz go down. Okay, second verse. So this, when we're playing the chords, we go down to the B flat, right? Inside, but you don't see too many faces. And on faces, on that bar, we go. Right? So you step inside, so don't see too many faces. Coming in out of the rain, hear the jazz go down. Okay, so very easy. It's just the top of the A. It's the double stop at the top of the A major, right? And we slide it up 1 fret. And slide it up. Right? And see, the great thing about this song is the hybridness of it. Is that a word? Because we're playing chords and we're playing solos and licks while the track is keeping the rhythm section going, right? And once we get to this bit, coming in out of the rain, coming in out of the rain. So we play the D minor there, coming in out of the rain, and then I'll just play that triad there for the B, for the C. Right, because I'm getting ready to go here instead for the A flat. Right, instead of down here because we need to change that up a bit. In out of the rain, hear the jazz go down. It's just easier to access up here, all right? And it's a bit different than, whatever. Coming in out of the rain, you hear the jazz go down, all right? Go down. So that's just an arpeggio in A, or close to an arpeggio. Using the sus here. We've got that shape there for the A. See that? Shape for the A. So there's your A arpeggio. That's your arpeggio, but it's just doing a sus on here instead of the octave. So we go, coming in out of the rain, hear the jazz go down. Love that note. You know, it's just these little things, that one note, so recognizable too. And when you can do it, I don't think I've ever not been applauded for playing this song, and it's probably the only song in the rep that has that effect, right? So I'll leave that there, and then it goes into the competition in other places, right? Same again. But the horns, they're blowing that sound. And then we go here. All right, so we're up here. These two. I'm not going to worry about telling you what notes they are because I don't even look at the notes. I'm looking at the frets here. I know I'm going up to this fret here to do that, and then I know the pattern from there. And I'm going back to... Okay, we'll just go through that bit with the track. You don't see too many faces. Coming in out of the rain, hear the jazz go down. Competition, other places, but the horns, they're blowing that sound. Way on down south, way on down south, London. Okay, cool. So now we're at the chorus, and the chorus, you'll be happy to know, is very easy. Okay, so all that is your... I'm just playing these 3 strings, okay? Those 3 strings. The triad of the D in that position, right? But I'm going... And one thing I did work out that didn't quite sound right, I was doing the D minor in both spaces, but when you come back up, you just do the D minor 7. So here we do the D minor. D minor to C to B flat. And then we come back up and we do the D minor 7. And then we come up here and we play a D minor. What I do is I go here, I let that ring out on there and I hit those two. Try and get a bit of percussion in your hands too. So it's... Right, and that's it. You'll hear that run a lot. Gets us back into the next verse, right? In context. Okay, so now we've got the next verse. And the next verse is about the two guitarists in the band. So when it comes to here, we go... Check out Guitar George. He knows all the chords, right? Same thing. Then we go up to this A here again. Or perhaps I'll play it first so you know what I'm talking about, and then I'll explain it. Check out Guitar George. He knows all the chords. Mine is strictly rhythm, he doesn't want to make him cry. Okay, so we'll stop there. We'll do those two licks, right? So we go, check out Guitar George. He knows the chords, all right? And then we slide up to an A, just a triad, A major. So we come up here. But it's all in the timing of that. So all that is an A triad, A7, up to a D minor, right? But it goes, you got to slide up with the G string. When I slide up, I'll slide up 2 frets from the G, with the G string, so. Let me see if I can get close to the guitar there. But get that timing. You get that after a while. And then we go down to the... Back from there, so we go. Mine is strictly rhythm, she doesn't want to make him cry or sing. So it's... Now we've got a stretch here. We're normally used to doing... But we've got to stretch that finger when we do that stretch. So think of it like the A minor pentatonic here. That's all A minor pentatonic. But when we get to this here, we stretch it one more. And then we go down 2 frets here. Right? Hope that makes sense. Okay, so I'll just go through that. Check out Guitar George. He knows all the chords. Mine is strictly rhythm, he doesn't want to make him cry or sing. You know guitar is all he can afford. When he gets up under the lights, play his thing. Okay? So there's a couple of bits in there. So after we do this, they say you know guitar is all. Right, so once we're up here, we hold that. They say you know guitar is all. Right? Hold that. He can afford, and then we just do this double stop. When he gets up under them lights to play his thing. And then we go. twice. Sultans swing. We're back into the chorus now. Okay, so let's go from the top of that. A little tip, once I do this, my fingers are in the same spot. Say, you know, guitar is all. My fingers are right there. All I got to do is put that. See, my fingers are right there. And then I just put my finger here. I can feel it. And I just go up 2 frets and back. That's all I have to do. So your hands are constantly on the guitar. So you don't really have to keep checking where to play. Let's go through it. Check out Guitar George. He knows all the chords. Mine is strictly rhythm. He doesn't want to make him cry or sing. They say no guitar is all he can afford. When he gets up under the lights, play his thing. Right? We just do that once. And then it's a slightly different entry into the next verse. It goes, Harry doesn't mind. Okay, so when it gets to the end, and back into the next verse. Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make the scene. And then all this is here is a bit of a bend. And if you're not tuned down, or if you're playing acoustic and you're not tuned down, it's going to be a tougher bend than what I've got. So Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make the scene. So we bend here, and I'm bending that a full step. Again, Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make the scene. Got a daytime job, he's doing all right. Okay? He's got a daytime job, he's doing all right. Okay, so again the arpeggio. And then I'll slide down with this hand. Hammer off, or pull off. Okay. And then we just do this little riff here for the next bit. So I'll put it in context again for you. Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make the scene. He's got a daytime job, he's doing all right. He can tell honky tonk like anything, saving it up for Friday night. Okay, just a couple of little changes there. So after the, he's got a daytime job, he's doing all right. He can play the honky tonk like anything, saving it up for Friday night. Little chromatic walk down. I always do it from here. I see other guys doing it up here, but I like to go here because it gets me onto that triad. So with the Sultans, with the Sultans of Swing. Exact same. The next verse. Then a crowd of young boys, they are fooling around in the corner, drunk and dressed in the best brown baggies in their platforms. Okay, we'll stop it there. So, the crowd of young boys, they are fooling around in the corner, That's just a bend. And then we hit this top of the D minor. Right, so drunken dress in the best brown baggies in the platform soles. When it goes on to soles, I play this other arpeggio. So that's just an A major arpeggio. These two notes here at the end of that. And then again we're bending to the F. Don't give a damn about any trumpet playing band. It ain't what they call rock and roll. So that's easy, that bit. Same as before. So I'll put it in context. Then a crowd of young boys, they are fooling around in the corner. Drunken dressed in the best brown baggies in the platform so. Don't give a damn about any trumpet playing band. Ain't what they call rock and roll. And the Sultans, yeah, the Sultans, they play Creole. Same again. Creole, babe. Okay, cool. So we got through all those little riffs up to the first solo. So now comes the first solo. Right? Pretty easy solo, really. So it starts. Okay, bending this G note up. And then I'm looking here, this is the, again, that A major pentatonic. I'm starting on the second position of it. Right, so I'm starting here. So we go back into the D minor. So we're going from an A major. And once I hit that note, we're in the D minor. So 14th fret G string, 13th fret B string, and then going down a tone, and then a half tone. So it goes all together. Right, and then we do here. Alright, so we're playing that F there. So we just go. Again. Then we bend this note. Okay. This bit here you'll recognize. Alright. So all that is this bit here is like takes a bit of getting used to, but it's 3 fingers picked like an arpeggio. that's the whole of the first one. All right, so let's do that in context with the track. Like I say, I know where I am. Okay, so now we're at the last verse. What are we doing here? I don't know. I don't know if I'm in focus. Then the man, he steps right up to the microphone. Says at last, this is the time bell ring. Okay, so that bit there. Then the man, he steps right up to the microphone. Okay. So this is a great little double stop technique that I actually teach in another video. So check that video out if you want to learn how to sort of do these wherever you want to. But this here goes, the man, he steps right up to the microphone. Now it looks easy, but you got to get the timing of it, right? Then the man, he steps right up to the microphone. So on the last beat, you're going down there, but you'll work it out. And then we just slide it down. And I hold on to that bit. The drums do a little fill, and then we go into the F. Good night. Now it's time to go home. And then we just do another one of these fills. But instead of going back down, we go like this. When he makes it fast, one last thing, right? So in context. Then the man, he steps right up to the microphone. He says at last, just as the time bell ring. That's just an A7. Good night, now it's time to go home. He makes it fast, one last thing. We are the Sultans. We are the Sultans of Swing. Now I don't need to go through the chorus again because they're all the same, but so we go. Mix it fast with one last thing, and then it's just. Like I said, all these little fills are similar, but they're all different. Alright, and then it goes into the chorus again, and then we have the final solo, which we'll get to right now. Right, so we go. Right, again, so we're just bending, and then we're trying to swing that one down. You can work that out. Now the next bit, which I actually had a lot of trouble learning, because it's a real quick little, it sort of goes, slowly it goes like that, but so at normal speed it's something like this. But it's going. But I'm alternating with my thumb and my forefinger. I'm sort of going like this. Anyway, that's just going to take a bit of practice. And then this bit. Alright, it's pretty easy. So we're just sliding up to the C, right? It's a C. So we're sliding up from here. And then I get my middle finger, I slide it up. And then I grab these two fingers here. and I'm just alternating. I'm just hitting this one. All right. So in context. And then we move up to probably the hardest bit, or second hardest bit. That's slow, right? But it's actually quite fast. It's a quite fast tempo to get that. So, I mean, I've gone over it 1,000 times trying to get the speed on it, and I just can't. I can't nail it every time. So what I do is I just go. All right? Instead of trying to go. You get what I mean when you start learning it, trust me. Now this bit here, it's a great little run. So for me. It's kind of almost like an arpeggio. Because you want to get them sounding out. Anyway. And then we go. Alright, so we play this. You can think of it like an A minor. Well, it is an A minor. And then we just slide this finger up from that triad, from that minor triad. It's just sort of the same as that beginning bit. So it's sort of a cross between playing it and muting it. Alright. And then we go. Same as this bend down here was where we had to stretch, right? So we go. And now we're going to do the bonanza, okay? This bit, I got to honestly say, I'm 53 years old, and I don't think I've worked on a bit more in my life than this bit here. My fingers were bleeding, and it took me probably 2, 3, 4 weeks to really get it, and to the point where I didn't think I was going to get it. But because I know from past experience, if you just keep going and keep going, eventually it'll just click in, it'll lock in. And it wasn't so much the notes that were played, it was the speed and being able to play them cleanly. Don't forget, folks, if you're getting something out of this, please remember to hit the like and subscribe button. I put a lot of effort into these videos, and it's hard to try and get some traction, so I'd appreciate it if you could help out, if you would like to see the channel grow anyway. So here we go. We've got 13th fret to 10th fret, right? So it's just these two strings. Now I've seen a few guys picking the strings. I don't know how they pick it, but I do it like this. So I go first finger, 13th fret, pull off to 10, thumb on 10, all right? And then when I come back up for the next one, I do it with my middle finger. Here, right? So I go. Just start off really slowly. Just get that. Don't worry about changing it yet. Just go on that for as long as you can. Until you can get that sounding clean before you even move on. And that might take you a day. Seriously. You want every string to ring out. When I practice and I feel like I'm going too fast, or strings are getting muted, I just slow it down until I can play it cleanly. If you start fucking it up like that, can't even plug it up now. So if you start missing little bits and pieces there, you know you're going too fast. So just slow it down until you can get everything out cleanly. And you might have to do that for hours to get this down. I know I did. I couldn't believe how long it took. But you hear how all that's clean, right? And that just takes a long time to get the dexterity in your fingers to sync up with your ears and with both hands, right? But once you've got that, we just move up. So we go. And that plays for an extra half bar. Then we go back. So just keep practicing as fast as you can while it's clean, and that way you're going to build your speed. The worst thing you can do is try and go too fast, and then you're actually practicing your mistakes. So you want to go as fast as you can while you're sounding clean. What I normally do is I go, okay, I'm going to do this 10 times over. Yeah, that's one. I'm on my second, and I do it 10 times until I can do it 10 times cleanly. And what that does is it's a little mind trick, okay? Because once you start getting up to 7, 8, 9, you're starting to think, man, I've put in a lot of effort here. I don't want to screw it up. So it puts a little bit of pressure on yourself, same as you might feel in front of an audience. To me, that's a good way to practice anything. You get up to number 9 and your mind is playing tricks with you going, you're going to screw it up, or you get real confident. You go, oh no, I'm going to nail it, And a lot of times you'll screw it up, but then you've got to make sure you go back and do it 10 times and you don't stop until you get it 10 times in a row. That's the trick. You've got to be disciplined with it. Okay, let's try that last solo with the track. I forgot the last bit, so. Right, and that's the end of it. The end of the whole bit. Now when I finish there, I just do I'm doing a D minor down here, try a D minor. Like a. I found it better sounding on the end than sounded more final on that. Look, if you got this far, thank you so much, really, for watching through it. I know hardly anyone gets to the end, and this is basically taking me the whole day to sort of do with things going wrong and stuff. But so look, I really do appreciate you sticking around and hanging around and getting my views up. I really appreciate it. And I hope this really helps you nail this tune because it gets requested all the time. Like I put it off for years. It's like, I can't do that. But I just thought to myself, damn it, you've got to do one of these bloody great songs and be able to nail it. And it took me weeks of, a couple of hours a day, really, really going over it and over it and over it and over it, right? Even the singing was difficult for me because it's an unusual type of type of vocal. I put it all together and I just persevered with it. And, the thing that you got to remember is, I know I'm waffling here, but the thing you got to remember, if I can give you any advice, I've been doing this for years, is when you hit a wall and you think you can't do it, you can. You just have to keep going. Right? Now, I'm not talking about sweep picking all over the neck like bloody Roy Ziv does, or Guthrie Govan. That's going to take years of 8 hours a day stuff. I'm just talking about some of these kind of songs that are pretty hard, pretty easy for people who are bloody great, but pretty hard for most people, okay? Even most seasoned guitar players. So if you can take anything away from that, just keep going. And something will happen after a while of practicing, trying to work out the best way to do something. Something will happen and it'll just click in for you. Anyway, I don't even know if I'm going to leave this in because I'm just waffling. But thanks again, guys, and I hope you got something out of it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.